in Texas. How might that be different? This was the state funeral, obviously.
Well, it will have fewer dignitaries, for sure, and it won't have any of the foreign dignitaries like Angela Merkel or Prince Charles. It will probably be more intimate, and it'll be more tied in to the presidential library. I think we'll have some remembrance in College Station about President Bush's domestic achievements. You know, he's not really well known for that. Everybody knows him as a foreign policy president, but he successfully got the Ryan White Health Care Act signed into law that guarantees federal health care for AIDS survivors. And along with Al Simpson and Bob Dole, who were here today, he got the month of May signed into law as Asian Pacific American Heritage Month.
One of the biggest things was the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Yes, and of course Al Simpson was mentioned today.
You know, John, we were watching before when George W. Bush was giving the eulogy for his father, and toward the end he broke down, in tears. And you were saying to me before that both he and his dad were criers?
Oh yeah, they're both 41 and 43 were criers or are criers, and they're not ashamed of it. They like to poke fun at themselves for that. But I think this service was George H.W. Bush personified. It was heartfelt. It was sincere. It had, emotion, but it also had humor and happiness, and that personifies the man. We see the hearse now as the coffin gets ready to come out.
They are an emotional family, when you say they're criers, but they're laughers and they're kidders, and they're
all there today.
All there, and even such a wealthy family. But I look at them and they seem not terribly dysfunctional. They seem like a family you want to join and hang out with.
Oh, they're all wonderful people, and they do remember and take care of everybody who's ever worked for them or worked with them. I mentioned earlier that the Bushes invited Mike Lovejoy, and nobody knows who Mike Lovejoy is, but that's because Mike Lovejoy was the handyman around their Kennebunkport home, and that's the kind of people that the Bushes are. They always remember those who are loyal to them, and they're always loyal to them right back.
Tell us, John, a little bit about where he's going to be laid to rest.
He's going to be laid to rest at the Presidential Library next to his beloved Barbara Bush, and hopefully people will take the opportunity to go out to Texas and visit that Presidential Library, because there's an awful lot of history there that is still relevant and applicable to our modern day issues.
That's about 100 miles or so from Houston, is it?
Not quite that, but very close.
The presidential libraries are wonderful to visit. We have two of them here in Southern California for Nixon and Reagan, obviously. Would love to go to the Bush